Why do you think your music has become so embedded in our culture?
I don't know. I think, first of all, because I mean, if I knew that, I would start my own record company tomorrow morning. And I think it was the way the songs we did were written. The blue-collar guy, the guy that went to work, and whether he worked construction or drove a truck or a cab or whatever, we said things the way I felt he might want to say it. We never tried to be anybody else but who we were, and it was terrific.
Frankie Valli, a life of music, fame, and family heartbreak. Frankie Valli, legendary frontman of the Four Seasons, is a voice and name that almost everyone can recognize. His distinct, high-pitched tenor, which seamlessly hits falsetto notes, has captivated audiences for decades. With hits like Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Walk Like a Man, Valli didn't just carve out a spot in music history, he became an icon. His remarkable talent brought him to stardom, fulfilling his lifelong dream of sharing music with the world. But with fame came challenges, especially within his family. Frankie's personal life, particularly with his children, has been filled with both joy and heartache. Blessed with 9 children, Valli has experienced the beauty of family bonds, but he's also endured profound tragedy, having lost 2 daughters early in their lives. These personal losses would shake anyone, and Valli was no exception. Even today, he continues to navigate the complexities of family, fame, and the emotional weight of fatherhood, especially in his strained relationship with one son who has struggled with addiction and other issues, ultimately leading Valli to seek legal protection from him. Read on as we dive into the story of Frankie Valli's family, relationships, and the unexpected twists that shaped his life. A career that captured hearts across generations. The Four Seasons, unlike many bands of their time, resonated with audiences in a unique way. They weren't just a boy band with throngs of adoring female fans. They had an appeal that transcended gender. As Frankie explained, while other groups often faced criticism from male audiences, the Four Seasons attracted both male and female fans. This inclusivity contributed to their wide-reaching success, making them one of the most beloved groups of their era. Frankie's charisma and good looks certainly helped in drawing admirers, and as his fame grew, so did his opportunities for romance. Frankie's complex love life. Over the years, Frankie Valli has been married 4 times, each marriage leaving its own mark on his life and story. 1. Mary Mandel. Frankie's first marriage was to Mary Mandel in 1957. This was well before his musical career with the Four Seasons had reached its peak. Mary, who already had a daughter, Celia, from a previous relationship, gave birth to 2 more daughters with Frankie, Antonia and Francine. The couple kept most of their personal life private, but their relationship struggles and family tragedies were later touched upon in the musical Jersey Boys. Frankie's granddaughter, Olivia Valli, who performed in a production of Jersey Boys in 2019, shared that her role in the musical was her way of honoring the family legacy. After 13 years of marriage, Frankie and Mary divorced in 1971. The tragic loss of both Celia and Francine profoundly affected them both, and Frankie has often spoken about the deep emotional scars it left. 2. Mary Ann Hannigan. In 1974, Frankie married Mary Ann Hannigan. They had met in 1970, and though Frankie was hesitant about opening up after the pain of his previous marriage, he eventually let himself fall in love. However, the relationship didn't last. 8 years later, they separated, finalizing their divorce in 1982. Number 3. Randy Clohessy. Frankie's third marriage was to Randy Clohessy in 1984. Together, they had 3 sons, Frankie Valli Jr. and twin boys, Emilio and Brando. This marriage, while lasting 20 years, was marked by legal disputes, particularly over whether a life insurance policy could be considered community property. Ultimately, the court ruled in Frankie's favor. Randy passed away in 2014, leaving her sons a Malibu property, which was later destroyed in the Woolsey fire of 2018. Number 4. Jackie Jacobs. Frankie found love once more with Jackie Jacobs, whom he married in 2023. They had known each other since 2007, but didn't start dating until 2015. Frankie's social media team shared the news of their wedding with a heartfelt post, celebrating Frankie's joy in finding love later in life. Frankie's children, a source of pride and pain. Music has always been Frankie's first love, but his children come close behind. Despite the heartache and complications, his children have always remained close to his heart. Celia Valli. Celia was Mary Mandel's daughter from a previous relationship, and Frankie took her in as his own. In 1980, Celia died in a tragic accident, leaving a lasting impact on the family. Her death was so shocking that Jersey Boys writer Rick Elise chose not to include it in the musical, saying it would seem too unbelievable for audiences. Francine Valli, born in 1960, Francine was Frankie's daughter with Mary. She had aspirations of a musical career, but tragically died from an accidental overdose at the age of 20, just 6 months after Celia's death. Frankie later shared that seeing her story portrayed in Jersey Boys was emotionally overwhelming. Antonia Valli, also known as Tony, Antonia married musician Jerry Polzi, drummer of the Four Seasons. Initially hesitant, Frankie eventually accepted their relationship, and the couple had 2 children, Olivia and Dario. Olivia would later carry on the family's musical legacy, performing in Jersey Boys. Emilio and Brando, born in 1995, twins Emilio and Brando, like their father, developed a love for music. Brando pursued music while Emilio took an interest in film. Emilio eventually became a realtor in Malibu. Both sons have shown immense pride in their father, attending his Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. Francesco Valli Jr. Frankie's relationship with his son Francesco has been difficult, especially following Frankie's divorce from Francesco's mother, Randy. Over the years, Francesco faced challenges with addiction and strained family relationships, which culminated in legal disputes with his brothers Emilio and Bor.